Hello, everyone, and welcome to MotivEnglish. I'm Alex, and I'm really happy you're here with us today.
Happy New Year, everyone. I'm Emma. A new year always feels special, doesn't it? It feels like a fresh page, a new start, and a new chance to grow.
Exactly. And if you're listening right now, it means you're thinking about your future. Maybe you're thinking, this year, I want to improve my English. If that's you, you're in the right place.
Yes, you are. We know learning English can feel exciting, but also a little scary. Many beginners ask, can I really do this? Our answer is simple. Yes, you can.
In this podcast, we speak slowly, clearly, and naturally. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to know many words. You just need to listen, relax, and take one small step at a time.
This new year is not about pressure. It's not about studying all day or feeling stressed. It's about building good habits and enjoying the learning process.
Think of 2026 as your year of progress. Not fast progress, not magic progress, real progress. Little by little, day by day.
And remember, you're not alone. Alex and I are here with you. Thousands of learners around the world are also listening, learning, and trying their best, just like you.
So take a deep breath, get comfortable, and enjoy this moment. A new year has started, and your English journey continues right here.
Let's make this year calm, focused, and successful. Welcome again to MotivEnglish, and Happy New Year!
Emma, at the beginning of a new year, many people say big things like, "This year I will speak English perfectly." It sounds nice, but sometimes big dreams can feel heavy.
That's true. Big dreams are good, but they can also create pressure. When something feels too big, people get scared, tired, or they stop very quickly.
Exactly. That's why in 2026, we want you to think differently. Don't think about perfect English. Don't think about fluency right now. Think about one simple thing: daily habit.
Yes, learning English is not one big action. It is many small actions. Small steps every day are much more powerful than one big step once a month.
Let's be honest, you don't need 5 hours a day. You don't need expensive books. You don't need to change your whole life.
You only need a little time. Even 15 or 20 minutes a day is enough if you do it every day. Consistency is more important than time.
Think about brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth for 3 hours on Sunday and then stop for the rest of the week.
Right, you brush a little every day, and that's why it works. English should be the same, a normal part of your daily life.
When English becomes a habit, you don't need motivation every day. You just do it, like eating or walking or checking your phone.
And this removes pressure. You don't wake up thinking, I must study English for a long time today. You think, I will spend a little time with English today.
That small mindset change is very important. Pressure makes people quit. Simple habits help people continue.
Some days you will feel excited. Some days you will feel tired. That's normal. The goal is not to feel great every day.
The goal is to show up every day, even on busy days, even on bad days.
Maybe today you only listened to English for 10 minutes. That's okay. You kept the habit alive.
And tomorrow you can do a little more, or the same. Both are fine.
In 2026, promise yourself one thing. I will not make English a big dream. I will make it a small, daily habit.
Small, calm, simple, and very powerful.
This is how real progress begins. Alex, many beginners believe that learning English means studying for very long hours every single day. They think if I study more, I will learn faster. But this idea often creates problems.
Yes, it does. When people study too much and push themselves too hard, they become tired very quickly. Their mind feels heavy and learning starts to feel painful instead of helpful.
This is called burnout. Burnout happens when you use too much energy without giving yourself enough rest. And burnout is one of the biggest reasons people quit learning English.
That's why in 2026, we want you to learn English the smart way, not the hard way. Smart learning helps you continue. Hard learning makes you stop.
Learning the smart way starts with choosing realistic study time. You need to choose a time that fits your real life, not a perfect life.
You may have work, school, family, or many responsibilities, so instead of planning 2 or 3 hours a day, plan 20 to 40 minutes of focused study.
For beginners, this amount of time is more than enough. Your brain can focus, understand, and remember better in short sessions.
Studying for a long time when you are tired does not help. You may sit with English for 2 hours, but your brain is not really learning.
But 30 calm, focused minutes can bring real progress. Smart learning is not about time, it is about quality.
Another part of learning smart is studying with purpose. Many learners try to study everything at the same time: grammar, vocabulary, writing, speaking, reading.
English is a big language. If you try to learn everything, you will feel confused and lost very quickly.
So ask yourself a simple question: why do I want to learn English?
Maybe you want to speak with people. Maybe you want a better job. Maybe you want to travel or understand movies and videos.
Your reason is your purpose. When you know your purpose, your study becomes clear and simple.
For example, if your goal is conversation, you should spend more time listening and speaking. You don't need difficult grammar every day.
And if your goal is reading or work, you can focus more on vocabulary and simple sentence structure. Smart learning means choosing what helps you.
Smart learning means rest. Many people feel guilty when they rest, but rest is part of learning.
Yes, when you sleep, your brain organizes new words, sounds, and ideas. Without rest, your brain cannot grow.
Short breaks, good sleep, and relaxing moments help you learn better the next day.
Also, remember this: learning English should not feel like punishment. If you hate your study time, something needs to change.
Change your method, change your materials, make learning lighter and more enjoyable.
Smart learning feels calm, it feels possible, it fits into your life instead of fighting your life.
In 2026, choose balance, study with focus, rest with peace, and move forward step by step.
That is how you learn English the smart way, and how you stay strong until the end of the year. Emma, one of the most important steps for beginners in 2026 is training your ears. Listening is the foundation of learning English. If you cannot hear English clearly, it is very difficult to speak or understand it later.
Yes, Alex. Listening is like opening the door to English. The more you listen, the more familiar your brain becomes with words, sounds, and patterns. Even if you don't understand everything at first, your brain is learning.
Exactly. Many beginners think they need to understand every word when they listen. That's a mistake. The first goal is not understanding everything. It is hearing English naturally.
Right. Start small. Listen to short podcasts, English songs, or simple conversations. Even just 10 to 15 minutes a day helps your brain recognize the sounds of English.
And try to make listening part of your daily routine. While cooking, walking, or traveling, you can have English playing in the background. It doesn't have to be formal study time.
That is a smart idea. Passive listening is powerful. Your brain is like a sponge. It absorbs sounds, accents, rhythm, and pronunciation, even if you are not actively repeating words.
But Emma, listening is not enough. We need active listening too. Active listening is paying attention and trying to notice new words, phrases, or expressions.
Yes, you can pause, repeat, and even write down new words. You can say them aloud and try to mimic the speaker. This makes listening much more effective.
Another tip is to listen to different voices. Different people speak differently. Some speak fast, some slow, some with accents. Listening to variety trains your brain to understand real English, not just textbook English.
And don't forget about English media you enjoy: movies, TV shows, YouTube videos, or even simple stories. Listening should be interesting and fun, not boring.
Absolutely. Motivation is important. If you like what you were listening to, you will naturally do it every day without feeling forced.
Also, repetition is key. Listen to the same story, podcast, or video multiple times. The first time, you may understand a little. The second time, more words make sense. The third time, your brain starts remembering the words automatically.
And after listening, try shadowing. This is when you repeat what the speaker says in real time, as closely as possible. It trains your pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence.
Even speaking to yourself works. Talk about the story you heard, summarize it in your own words, or describe it out loud. Listening plus speaking together makes your learning much faster.
Remember, in 2026, consistency matters more than hours. 10 minutes today, 10 minutes tomorrow, 10 minutes the next day, all adds up. Your brain becomes familiar with English sounds naturally.
Yes, the key is to make English a sound you know, a sound you enjoy, a sound that becomes part of your day. When your ears are trained, speaking and understanding English become easier.
So, in summary, listen every day, use active and passive methods, enjoy it, repeat, and speak aloud. Your ears are your first teachers in learning English.
Exactly. Train your ears first. Listen, enjoy, and absorb. In 2026, this habit will make your English learning faster, smoother, and much more enjoyable.
Emma, one of the biggest mistakes beginners make is thinking they can learn English by only reading or listening. They forget the most important step, speaking.
Yes, Alex, listening is important, but if you never use your voice, your words stay inside your head. Speaking out loud trains your pronunciation, your confidence, and your ability to communicate.
Many learners feel shy or afraid to speak, especially when they are alone. They think, who will listen to me? I will make mistakes.
That is normal, but here's the secret. You can start by speaking to yourself. Yes, in your room, in front of a mirror, or even while cooking. Talking to yourself is a very powerful tool.
For example, after listening to a podcast or reading a story, try to repeat what you heard out loud. Speak slowly at first, pronounce each word carefully. Then, as you improve, speak faster and more naturally.
You can also describe your day out loud. For instance, today I woke up at 7 a.m. I had breakfast. I went to work. I spoke with my friends. Even simple sentences like these help your brain and your mouth learn English together.
And it doesn't stop there. Try new words and phrases you learned recently. Say them 5 or 10 times. Use them in a sentence. This repetition trains your memory and pronunciation at the same time.
Yes, using your voice is like exercising a muscle. Your mouth and tongue need practice to move correctly and make English sounds naturally.
Some learners worry about mistakes. They think, what if I say a word wrong? Emma, mistakes are a very important part of learning.
Absolutely. Every mistake is a lesson. The more mistakes you make, the faster you improve. So speak freely, speak with courage, speak often.
Another technique is shadowing. This means listening to a sentence and immediately repeating it aloud, trying to copy the speaker's rhythm, intonation, and pronunciation. Shadowing trains your ears and your mouth at the same time.
Even short sentences help. You don't need long speeches. Start small, like, I am happy today, or I like to listen to music. Then gradually move to longer sentences.
And remember, speaking doesn't need an audience. Your mirror, your notebook, or even your phone recorder can be your friend. Record yourself, listen, and improve.
Yes, listening to your own voice helps you notice mistakes, correct pronunciation, and become more confident. Confidence is key in speaking English.
Speaking every day, even for a few minutes, creates muscle memory in your mouth and your brain. Over time, words come naturally, and speaking becomes easier.
So, in 2026, make a promise. Use your voice every day. Speak alone. Speak to your mirror. Repeat new words. Describe your day and shadow speakers you listen to.
When your ears are trained and your mouth is practicing, speaking English becomes smooth, natural, and confident. You are ready to communicate with anyone, anytime.
Remember, the key is courage and consistency. Speak even when no one is listening. Speak often. Speak with joy.
By the end of the year, you will notice the difference. Your voice will sound confident, your words will come naturally, and your English will finally feel alive.
Yes, speak every day, even when alone. Your voice is your most powerful tool in learning English.
Emma, listening and speaking are very important, but one thing every beginner needs is vocabulary. Without words, you cannot understand or express yourself.
Exactly, Alex. Vocabulary is the building block of English. The more words you know, the easier it is to listen, speak, read, and write. But beginners often try to learn too many words at once, and then they forget them.
That's right. In 2026, the key is step-by-step learning. Don't try to memorize hundreds of words in one day. Small, consistent steps are much more effective.
For example, you can learn 3 to 5 new words each day. Write them down in a notebook. Repeat them. Use them in sentences. After 1 year, you will have thousands of new words in your memory.
Let's do the math. If you learn 5 words a day, in 1 year, that's 5 times 365 equals 1,825 words. Imagine knowing almost 2,000 new words by the end of the year.
And the best part is, you don't need to spend hours memorizing. 10 to 15 focused minutes is enough. The secret is daily repetition and active use.
Active use means you don't just read or write words. You also say them out loud and try to use them in real sentences. For example, if you learn the word happy, say, I am happy today, or she is happy.
Exactly. Using words in sentences helps your brain remember meaning, pronunciation, and context. This is much better than only looking at a list of words.
Another helpful tool is a notebook or digital app. Write your words neatly, make small sentences, and review them regularly.
Yes, every morning or evening review yesterday's words, then add new ones. Reviewing is just as important as learning new words.
Also, group words by topic. For example, words about food, travel, work, or daily life. It is easier to remember related words together than random words.
And don't worry about perfection. Some words may feel difficult at first. Don't skip them. Repeat, write, say, and review. Over time, your brain will recognize them naturally.
One more tip. Learn words in context, not just isolated words. For example, instead of only learning eat, learn I eat breakfast every morning. Context makes words more memorable.
Yes, and combine vocabulary with listening and speaking. When you hear a word in a podcast or a video, write it down, repeat it aloud, and make a sentence. This way, vocabulary learning becomes fun and meaningful.
Step-by-step learning also reduces stress. You will feel progress every day, which motivates you to continue.
Exactly. Small, daily steps create big results. In 2026, commit to learning a few new words every day, using them and reviewing them consistently.
By the end of the year, your vocabulary will be strong enough to express almost anything. You will notice your listening, speaking, and understanding will improve too.
Yes, build your vocabulary step by step. Write, repeat, speak, review, and enjoy the process. Your English will grow naturally, one word at a time.
Remember, Emma, English is like a garden. Every word you learn is a seed. If you plant a few seeds every day, by the end of the year, your garden will be full of beautiful, strong words.
That is a wonderful way to see it. Keep planting words, and soon you will see the results everywhere in your English journey.
Emma, we have talked about habits, smart learning, listening, speaking, and vocabulary, but one of the biggest challenges for learners is staying consistent. Many people start excited in January, but by March or April, they feel tired or lose motivation.
Yes, Alex, this is completely normal. Learning a language is not a short task. It takes time, effort and patience. Some days you may feel lazy, bored, or even frustrated, but those are the days that matter the most.
Exactly. Consistency is not about being perfect every day. It's about showing up, even when you feel tired or unmotivated. Even a small action matters.
For example, if you planned to study 30 minutes, but today you only study 10 minutes, it's okay. You kept the habit alive. You did not stop completely. That is what counts.
And mistakes are part of this journey too. Some learners get frustrated when they say a word wrong or forget a grammar rule. Emma, mistakes are not failures. They are signs that you are learning.
Yes, every mistake is an opportunity to improve. Don't let mistakes stop you. Keep practicing, keep trying. The more mistakes you make, the more progress you achieve.
Another problem is motivation. Sometimes, even when you like English, you feel tired or distracted. Motivation is not constant, it goes up and down. That is normal.
So the secret is discipline, not motivation. Discipline means doing a little every day, even if you don't feel like it. Discipline keeps you moving forward. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline lasts.
And it's also important to remember your goal. Think about December 2026. Imagine yourself speaking English confidently, understanding podcasts, talking to people, watching movies without subtitles.
That vision gives you energy. Even when a day is hard, remember why you started. Your goal is your compass.
Another tip is to have a recovery plan. If you miss one day or even a few days, don't give up. Just start again the next day. Consistency does not mean never stopping. It means always coming back.
Yes, every day is a new chance. Even small steps count. Don't focus on perfection, focus on progress. Every small action adds up.
And remember to enjoy the journey. English learning should be fun, not a punishment. Celebrate small wins, a word you remembered, a sentence you said correctly, a conversation you understood.
Yes, rewards keep you motivated. Treat yourself when you reach small goals. Enjoy learning, and the consistency will feel natural.
In 2026, promise yourself, I will keep going, even when I am tired, even when I make mistakes, even when motivation is low. I will always come back to English.
Because every day you spend with English brings you closer to your goal. Every step matters, no matter how small.
By staying consistent, by practicing daily, by never giving up, your English will improve more than you imagine. December 2026 will feel like a reward for all your small daily actions.
So, stay brave, stay patient, stay consistent. Show up every day, use your voice, practice your words, listen, speak, and enjoy the journey.
That is the key to success in learning English in 2026. Consistency is your superpower.
Yes, stay consistent, always come back, and celebrate your progress. By the end of the year, you will be proud of yourself and your English journey.
Wow, Emma, what an amazing journey we shared today. We talked about making English a daily habit, learning smart instead of hard, training your ears, using your voice, building vocabulary, and staying consistent until the end of 2026.
Yes, Alex, that was a lot of useful advice. But the most important thing is action. Listening, speaking, writing, and reviewing every day will make a difference. It won't happen overnight, but every small step you take brings you closer to your goal.
Exactly. Remember, beginners often feel discouraged when progress seems slow. But the truth is, time will pass anyway. You can either let the year go by without improving, or you can use this year to grow, learn, and finally feel confident in English.
And here's the secret. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Don't worry about mistakes, don't compare yourself with others. Just focus on showing up, practicing, and enjoying the process.
So, we have a small favor to ask. If you found today's podcast helpful, please give it a like. It helps us create more content for learners like you.
Yes, and don't forget to subscribe to Motive English so you never miss an episode. We're here every week to help you grow your English step by step.
Also, we'd love to hear from you. Comment below with one small action you will take today. Maybe it's learning 5 new words, listening to a podcast, or speaking to yourself for 10 minutes. Writing it down is your first step towards consistency.
Exactly. Share your plan in the comments. You will be amazed how much motivation comes from just taking that first small step. And if you know a friend who wants to learn English in 2026, share this podcast with them. Learning together is always more fun.
Finally, remember, be brave, stay consistent, and enjoy the journey. Make 2026 your year of English. Your future self will thank you for starting today.
Yes, keep learning, keep practicing, and celebrate every little progress. English is not just a language, it's a skill that will open doors to new opportunities, friends, and experiences.
Thank you so much for listening today. We believe in you, and we know you can do this.
Yes, Motive English is cheering for you. Stay motivated, stay focused, and keep going. See you in the next episode.
Bye-bye, everyone. Happy learning and have an amazing 2026.